I'm Lauren Lister. Let's get to our top stories. Tonight, move over Al Gore. Osama bin Laden is now purportedly speaking out against climate change. And to no surprise, the al-Qaeda leader is blaming the United States. In a newly released tape, bin Laden is asking for a boycott on American goods to, quote, bring the American economy to a halt. Joining me now to talk more about this is investigative journalist Wayne Madsen. Wayne, we should mention the authenticity of this tape has not been confirmed. What do you think?
Well, I listened to the tape, which was given to Al Jazeera. They played it. I would note that the tape is a little bit suspicious, like some of the other tapes we've heard. The voice speaks in a monotone. Sounds like the voice is reading from a pre-prepared script. And we know that there's voice morphing technology available commercially that can make me sound like John Wayne or Pol Pot. So I think that, we have to look at where these audio tapes are coming from. In this case, it went to Al Jazeera. In some cases, they're found on so-called jihadist websites mostly by a group called this Site for International Terrorist Entities, Search for International Terrorist Entities, I should say. And that one has been linked directly to the Israeli government. So I think we have to be very, very careful about accepting this. And this attack on the dollar he makes right after the Federal Reserve Chairman Bernanke is reconfirmed by the Senate makes it look now like it's Bernanke versus bin Laden who's trying to destroy the United States dollar. Very, very convenient for Mr. Bernanke, I might add.
Well, okay. Why is it so surprising, though, to think that bin Laden would go after global warming, go after the U.S. dollar?
Well, I don't think he would. I mean, if he carried out the 9/11 attacks, that caused one of the worst environmental disasters in lower Manhattan that they've ever had. So he's certainly not going green. Otherwise, he wouldn't have thought about destroying the environment for many, causing people to get sick, which we'll be hearing about a little bit later, first responders. But I think this is getting silly now with these bin Laden tapes. And again, he also quotes Noam Chomsky. In one that he released in 2006, he quoted William Bloom. These are two progressive, very left authors who condemned bin Laden for the CIA setting him up during the war against the Soviet Union with the Mujahideen. So now we're supposed to believe that bin Laden is now plugging the books of Noam Chomsky and William Bloom. It just sounds ludicrous.
That's improbable.
Very improbable, because if you read both Chomsky and Bloom, they say that bin Laden was a creation of the CIA. Now, why would he bring attention to two authors who basically are blowing the lid off the whole al-Qaeda construct and its original ties with the CIA? This whole thing sounds about as believable as Tony Blair's testimony before the Chilcot inquiry. It just doesn't stand any smell test. And the other thing, the neocons have a vested interest in keeping bin Laden alive, just like they had a vested interest in producing the phony yellow cake uranium documents, and they produced these phony Iraqi oil ministry, oil for food documents, supposedly from the Iraqi government. So I think most people in the intelligence community I'm talking to all had the same reaction. This is fake.
Well, if they're fake, why would Al Jazeera keep running them?
Well, I don't know how they obtained these tapes. Obviously, in the beginning, they were getting tapes delivered through some courier, would drop them off. But again, I don't know why they would, because today Al Jazeera actually had a couple of panelists discussing what bin Laden said. Well, if it's fake, as many people believe, why even pay this any attention?
Well, Wayne, thanks for weighing in on these tapes that have emerged and allegedly Osama bin Laden's problem with global warming in the U.S. Thanks, Wayne.